Hey guys, today's story is one that turned my life upside down. I've been married for 7 years, and I thought I knew everything about my husband. But the truth came out in the worst possible way, and it was far more complicated than I could have ever imagined. It all started when I found out he was cheating on me, but when I dug deeper, I learned something I could never have predicted. So, a little background. My husband and I have 2 kids, a 5-year-old son and a 3-year-old daughter. We had always been that family that people admired, you know? We had the perfect house, a nice car, and what seemed like a perfect life. But then, things started to shift. It wasn't anything huge at first, just small things. He started coming home later from work, and when he was home, he'd be glued to his phone. He stopped being interested in family nights, and even our intimate moments became rare. I tried to ignore it. I thought maybe it was just work stress or him needing some space. But after a while, the distance between us became too obvious to ignore. I had to face the truth. Something was wrong. I decided to check his phone while he was taking a shower. I know it was a huge violation of privacy, but at that point, I had to know. I scrolled through his messages and found texts that confirmed my worst fear. He was texting another woman. The worst part? It was a woman I knew. She was a family friend, someone I trusted. They were sending flirty texts, and when I saw a message saying, "Can't wait to see you tonight," I felt my world crumble. I waited for him to come out of the shower, and when he did, I confronted him. He tried to deny it at first, saying it was all just friendly talk. But when I showed him the messages, he couldn't hide anymore. He admitted he had been seeing her for a few months. I was devastated, obviously. I had always been loyal, always supported him. And now, everything was crashing down. I told him I needed some time to think, that we couldn't continue like this. I didn't know what to do. I had no idea how to move forward from here. But here's where it gets even crazier. The next day, I reached out to our friend, the woman he'd been seeing behind my back. I wanted answers. And when I called her, she shocked me with what she said. She didn't seem guilty or apologetic at all. In fact, she said something that completely stunned me. She told me, I didn't even want to do this. I was forced into it. I was like, what do you mean, forced into it? And she explained that she had been blackmailed by my husband. Apparently, he had some dark secrets that I didn't know about. He had made threats against her family if she didn't continue the affair. She said she had been scared of what he might do. It was like a slap in the face. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I didn't know what to think. Was I angry at him for the affair? Absolutely. But now, I was even more furious at him for using someone like that. I decided to confront him once again. This time, I didn't hold back. I told him everything I knew, the threats, the manipulation, the lies. His face turned pale, and for the first time, I saw fear in his eyes. He tried to explain, but it was too late. He had crossed a line that I could never come back from. At that moment, I realized that this wasn't just about betrayal. It was about control. My husband had been hiding so much from me, and I had no idea who he really was. The man I thought I knew wasn't the man standing in front of me. I told him I was done. I couldn't live with someone who had not only betrayed my trust, but also used and manipulated others to get what he wanted. I filed for divorce, and I made sure to get full custody of our kids. But here's the kicker. The woman he had been seeing reached out to me a few days later. She apologized profusely, saying she was sorry for everything and that she felt so guilty for what had happened. But you know what? I couldn't even be mad at her anymore. I understood that she was just as much a victim in this whole thing as I was. In the end, my husband lost everything. His family, his home, and his reputation. As for me, I'm starting over. It's been hard, but I'm stronger now. And you know what? I'm grateful to know the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts, but it sets you free. So, my message to you is this. If you ever find yourself in a situation like this, don't ignore the signs. Trust your instincts and don't let anyone manipulate you into thinking you're crazy for questioning their actions. You deserve honesty, you deserve respect, and you deserve someone who will never make you feel like you're second best.